The very essence of British culture is in danger as securities have now been told to monitor jokes and banter in pubs across the country. Yep, welcome back to the clown world, everybody. This is one of those news stories that I'm sure you've heard it by now. Yesterday was all going all over social media the last couple of days. It's just a bit odd when you hear certain ideas, policy ideas coming out of the establishment, whether it's a think tank or a political party or quangos or civil service. Sometimes we disagree with them. Sometimes they're just not practical. And sometimes they just make absolutely no sense. So, this is basically a part of the insurgents and the subconscious self-hatred against our own culture. There are some people who are so against everything that we stand for that they try their best to come up with anything to undermine the basic, the essential essence of everything that we stand for. Basically, we have a situation where securities and bouncers in pubs are now being told, as an idea, to go around pubs across the country and monitor people's speech. We are not talking about people who start fights. We're not talking about people who just get drunk and, again, they cause drama. This is simply about anything. Any comment that could be offensive, could be a joke, could just be banter between two friends, could be banter between two tables who are not friends, but we have something that we always do in British culture. We just do banter. But clearly, if someone gets offended on behalf of someone else in a different pub, then you have to address it and people will get arrested. Otherwise, the pub owner will be in trouble. Let's have a look at this. What they will watch out for. This is just crazy. So it's not just in terms of sexual comments. You have to be careful with that. Shouting abuse while watching sports. That's all we do when we watch football. Are we not allowed to make fun of the French anymore, for example? I don't know. Or especially when it comes to football clubs. When Man United play Liverpool, there are things we say. You get used to it. But again, offensive jokes, crude or offensive jokes. Who died and made you God? Who is in charge of creating the line, the boundary? Because most of these things is subjective. And offense is taken, not given. How on earth are you going to be monitoring this whole thing? And are you going to put the responsibility on the pub owners? They've got other things to worry about, including paying all the taxes that the HMRC is asking for, paying all the expensive business rates and rent and everything else, and beer duty. And then you also want them to look after your free speech. So, we have a Tory MP who said, will pubs be expected to put up signs saying no banter allowed in order to take reasonable steps to prevent harassment? That's a very good point. We have James Sunderland who warned against writing a blank check for people to make complaints in the hope of getting compensation. That's absolutely a good point. Hugh Osman, who is the head of Punch Taverns, a pub, said, how could we stop a group of people coming into a pub and having an offensive chat in the corner? And who is it actually affecting? Who is it harming? If they're just going to stand in a corner among themselves, make jokes about the French. What is that? Why is that a problem? I mean, we have to laugh, but at some point we should stop laughing and do something about this. We can't just sit here and complain about these things. And sometimes we actually get away with it. Sometimes some of these crazy ideas get blocked before it gets too close. But at the same time, it's always a slippery slope situation. It's always one of those things where it starts tiny, and then by the end of the day, you realize you've lost all your freedoms and your free speech. Again, perfect example is Scotland, where, as we always say, if you're having dinner with your family at a dinner table, one of you make a joke, someone else could complain, and the police will come and arrest you because it's illegal to offend someone. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.